All right, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Shady Mike. We're back here with College Football 26, our before you buy video. I do this video every year. And this is very simple. I just like to take some time, guys, sit down with you guys and tell you 5 things about the game that I like and 5 things about the game that I don't like, in hopes of providing some clarity as far as is this game worth playing? Is it worth picking up? I also want to let you guys know that I am going to be doing a giveaway in this video. So just make sure you like the video, subscribe for more, and comment below. Let's see. Yeah, just let me know who is your favorite college football team, and I will pick a user to get the game for free. But seriously, make sure you have liked and subscribed, though, because I'm going to look at that list to pick a user. Now, I do get the game for free from EA, but I actually buy the deluxe edition myself, so my money is on the line just like you guys' is. And the free copy that I get from EA, I'm going to give away to a supporter, because let's face it, without the support that you guys have been giving me lately on this channel, EA probably wouldn't know who I am. So with that being said, I kind of want to piggyback off of that. I think it's important for you guys to know like where I'm coming from. I personally actually like EA and the way their devs have handled these past few football games. I've had the opportunity to play College Football 26 and Madden 26 early, and I really like the direction that these games are going. Now, with that being said, I know probably 60% of the people probably just clicked off the video right there, but I'm not afraid to say negative things about these games because I'm constructive, and I want the devs to know that my channel is a place where, well, not just the devs, but even you guys to know that my channel is somewhere you can come to kind of hear it how it is. I'm not a hater, and I'm not, well, whether I'm a shill or not, that's up to you guys to decide, but I'm definitely not a hater, if that makes sense. I want my channel to be somewhere where the devs can get feedback on the negative things without getting absolutely massacred like they are in the rest of the media. If you guys think I'm too positive, it really is what it is. There's literally nothing I can do about that. But I just want this channel and a video like this to be informative for everyone that watches it, so that we can get some clear insight on the game. Last thing I do want to say, my first Madden was Madden 2002. My first college football or NCAA football was NCAA football 2005. For those of you who don't know, yes, I did start this channel to cover college football. It did end up being more of a 2K channel, but you know, I try to blend both in the College Football 26 beta preview, whatever you want to call it. I think I played over like 40 games, and I've got a ton of gameplay already logged on College Football 26, so I feel very confident and very qualified to speak on the things that I'm talking about. I also, over the years, have made some of the most successful slider sets for these games. I understand the game at a pretty intricate level. I'm passionate about it. So yeah, without further ado, I know some people like me, some people don't, but it is what it is. We're going to talk the good, we're going to talk the bad, we're going to talk the real. Also, if this video does get long, it is what it is. That's the type of content that I make. It's detailed, it's long form. Grab a drink, grab a snack, let's talk. There's always some idiot that comments, oh, video starts at 6 minutes, this, that, and the other. I just want to make sure we cover all of our bases. So let's go ahead and get into first what we like about College Football 26. One of the best things about College Football 26 is it's actually a lot like College Football 25. And what I mean by that is College Football 25 was an extremely solid product that brought a lot of good things, but I think we all can agree it needed some polish and it needed some improvements. So the first thing that I felt when I picked up the College Football 26 beta and eventually the full game is I don't feel like the game went backwards in any area. I felt like the game built upon everything that it did in College Football 25. Now, that is always a slippery slope, because even when I streamed the game, the first thing a bunch of people came in and said, well, what's different? Well, what's new? And while there is a lot different and a lot new, which we will talk on, it's such a dangerous way to look at things, because I really liked College Football 25. I think it's one of the best American football games that we've gotten out of the box of all time. And that's where I stood on the game. So this game being a big time improvement over that game was not a negative to me. The number one thing that I'm really referencing here is all of the attention to detail in pageantry, right? We're talking about the stadium chants. We're talking about the mascots that's greatly been expanded in this game. There's so much that was already there in 25, and they really just added to that. Like, as a Florida State fan, like, you know what I mean, on big time plays and seeing the fans do the tomahawk chop and hearing the chant, the war chant all throughout the game, like, that's really cool. I really loved it in 25, and I really love it in 26. On stream, we went away to LSU and they're doing their Go Tigers chant or whatever, and the stadium pulse is insane, and that could have been a point in and of itself. The stadium pulse is ridiculous. You're simply put not beating some of these teams. I don't know how you're supposed to beat Penn State. I don't know how you're supposed to beat LSU. I really struggled against Florida. I was getting delay of games. I was getting false starts. The atmosphere felt real. You know, you guys can check out some of that on the stream. It was awesome. It felt awesome. And I think, you know, they should really be commended for what they've built as far as the atmosphere for so many of these different teams.
Offense getting set to run a first down play. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. The big throw to the right. It's caught. Brought down to the 23. Good enough for a first down. Quarterback keeps the football. Here he goes. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on it.
Who's in the clear?
The second item that I have on my list is the plethora of what would you call it? I guess you would call it quality of life additions to the game. And that is everywhere, from how you substitute players, just literally just a quick menu. You just press up on the D-pad to sub in and out players to get good running back rotations or good defensive end rotations, to now we have sliders for how much weather impacts every aspect of the game. Does it impact players fumbling and dropping passes? Does it impact throw power and the accuracy of throws? It affects kicking power and the accuracy of kicks, right? There's a bunch of new sliders throughout the entirety of the game so that you can own and customize your experience. And a slider maker like myself, I love that. You can set maximums and minimums for how many players transfer in and out of your dynasty. One of my biggest requests this year was for a more volatile transfer portal, and yeah, they really took it to 30, to the point, well, literally 230, where you can actually set the amount of players that are allowed to transfer from each school. You can crank that slider up all the way to 30, and then there's a transfer chance slider. So I just wanted to really reiterate that, like, all of sorry, not player likeness, but the quality of life changes that are sprinkled in all around the game, guys. You can just customize everything, right? Transfer portal. You can now customize wear and tear. Like, it's great. I love having that type of control over the game, because honestly, it lets us fix some of the things that we might not have liked about college football 25. So that's a really big deal to me. Now, you may notice that those first two items are not gameplay related. Now, let me go ahead and get into the gameplay. And the biggest change that I noticed during the beta, when I was playing it and I was tweeting, I was sending these messages, you guys thought I was joking. The way wide receivers attack the ball in the air is unlike anything that I've ever seen personally in a football video game, in an American football video game. It's definitely best in class of any football game that you can list, the way wide receivers attack the ball and go up and get the ball. And it's not even a situation, guys, where I'm switching on and doing it manually. No, I'm just throwing lobs and leaving it up to my receivers, and they're making incredible plays, but incredible effort on plays.
play fake on first down to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it.
No way I'm going to have time to throw
Out
this.
of the gun now on third down. Looking for the wide out.
Oh! Unbelievable.
Like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Seminoles! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch on the left.
Dropping back, it's Aguilar. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Caught inside the red zone and still running. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bernard.
to be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And he's got it inside the 35.
I tweeted this out the other day. I said, when is the last time? I said, before every game now, I go into each of my roster, say I'm playing with a team I'm unfamiliar with, and check the height of their receivers, check the height of their tight ends, because it matters so much more when you have a 6'5" wide receiver against a 5'10" to 5'11" to 6 foot cornerback. It gives you an advantage. Now, some of these guys can make extremely athletic, extremely aggressive catches, or I should say efforts on the ball, but sometimes some of the lower rated guys cannot bring those passes in. So you might think, all right, Shady, you're just explaining something that's stupid, silly, arcadey, and overpowered. Well, no, because if you don't have a very good receiver with good hands, just because he can jump up and make an attempt on those balls, what I noticed next was you have to think about what type of passes you throw to these receivers and when you throw it, because when they're matched up against better corners, the better corners are getting more knockouts. And what I noticed was there's a lot of knock-ups, and these tipped passes were resulting in interceptions from me trying to cheese my 6'5" wide receivers.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback, is being able to...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
Best group of defensive backs. I think this defense and this secondary specifically...
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage.
First down. That's just trusting your back to get the yards you need for the first down.
That's not a good throw.
Receiver. Intercepted in the end zone.
Oh, no.
Across midfield. Out past the 30.
That's crazy. That's the second tip.
All the way back for a pick six. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
So I love the chess match between, hey, if you've got a dominant guy that, yes, he's got a 90-plus catch, 92 catch, 90-plus catch in traffic, cool. But if you've got one of those 80 overall, 79 overall guys that you got an 82 catch, a 76 catch in traffic, watch who you're picking on, because some of those more opportunistic corners are going to make plays on the ball. And I got to tell you guys, that's one of the coolest and my personal favorite right now. I'll tell you, my personal favorite addition to the game this year. Now, as a slider maker, again, I spent a ton of time playing Madden 25 and College Football 25, but the next thing that is my favorite addition, and some of you guys might not even know what I'm talking about, but from a slider set perspective and playing simulation football, I found it for College Football 25 for the whole year and for Madden 25 the whole year. It was simply way too easy to run the football. I just felt like defenders were standing in mud. Linebackers weren't playing downhill. Linebackers weren't attacking the line of scrimmage once they saw it was a run play. I am happy to announce that so far in my gameplay, especially when you're playing against a good school with good linebackers and good linemen. They can shed blocks, they can push through the middle, they can attack those gaps, and sometimes even stifle your run game. Now, because I personally, it got to a point now where I just was like, hey, I can rush for 100 yards every single game, no matter what. It was crazy. I had one game, I had like 24 rushing attempts for like 72 yards or something. Like, it was crazy. And I was like, I can't remember the last time that I was challenged and had to think, oh, well, it's 3rd down and 2. This isn't a guarantee. I really have to think, okay, am I going for this? I really like that change. That was feedback that I provided directly to EA, and they listened, and that feels really good. On the flip side of that, guys, aren't I supposed to be counting things out? Is this number 5? I'm so sorry, guys. On the flip side of that, guys, the CPU run game is very strong, and we're seeing some of these running backs, specifically on Heisman, break some runs that make some. I was playing against LSU. This guy broke a run off. I said, is that Barry Sanders?
Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Keeping it on the ground here. Breaks into the clear. Gets the first and still running. They finally tackle him. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks into the clear.
What have we done?
From their own 20. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Oh, a lot of space. There he goes. He's at the 40, at the 20, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in.
I really like the way I have the run game set up. It is a weapon. The run game for the CPU is no longer just like a guaranteed 2-yard play or a negative play. There are times where you have to adjust your game plan to say, well, they have a star running back. I need to put some more people in the box. You have to attack the game so much more strategically because now the CPU is a threat to run the ball. And those were just 2 of my biggest gripes from college football 25 to college football, but that have been fixed here in college football 26. Now, guys, I know you're going to laugh at this, but I do have to put one of these items into a neutral category because one of the best things that I saw in this game was actually one of the worst things at times that I saw in this game. So it's just me being honest with the feedback, guys. I really want this touched up. I got to talk about quarterback logic. And I'm going to word it this way. People can hate me or love me for it, but the quarterback logic, for better or for worse, is legendary, except for when it's not. Guys, I was playing against Florida, and what is the guy, DJ Lagaway or Longaway? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say his last name. I mean, he was incredible. The way he picked apart my defense, it was incredible. It's so funny seeing some of the guys that became stars in your dynasty.
On first down.
Oh, goodness.
Going for 6.
How we hold up.
To the air. It's Lagway.
Oh, my God. He's got all day. Right there.
11. Wants to go up top.
Pick.
Unleashes it on the run.
Wow.
Looking to get it in.
Yeah, he's going crazy right now. He stepped up on, look at this throw. Who makes this throw in the league? What is this throw, bro? This dude looks like, I don't know who this dude looks like. Look at that throw. What in the world? Okay, you just gotta kind of tip your hat. I didn't even really know. Well, I was playing Florida State versus another school, and the school does slip my mind at this moment, but he was a more mobile quarterback, and it was just the logic between me bringing blitzes and him bailing, saying, nope, I'm out, I'm leaving.
Looking downfield on first down. in the middle, it's Thomas. Looking to throw on first down. Now improvising.
Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Going to try to get it himself.
Go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Between the guys being willing to throw the ball on the run, how many times you've been playing an EA football game, be it college football or Madden, where once they just take off to run, they run into one of their linemen, or right? Like once the CPU quarterback has decided to run, they're running. But no, not anymore. Some of these guys will drop back, see the pressure, navigate, move, run up. Oh, I'm still behind the line of scrimmage. Someone just broke open. Now I'll make a play with my, after making a play with my legs, now I'll make a throw with my arm. We had a couple plays like that from lag away. It was just incredible. And there are going to be times you're playing like, are you serious? Like they really just beat me like that. It's, being fearful of those broken down pockets and those broken plays where mobile CPU quarterbacks can shine. It's really, really cool. Now, what comes with that? What comes with that are a few things, right? The notorious Robo QB. Out of the box, I feel like the quarterback percentages are high. I was debating like, is it too high? I think, yes, it's still a little bit on the higher end. That's why I said I have to put this in neutral because, some of the passing percentages are very high. But what I also noticed, this was a weird issue that popped up twice on my stream, and I don't know how to explain it, but I want the devs to know about this. It seemed to be like the quarterbacks in dire situations were checking down too much. We were playing against Texas, and Arch Manning had a chance to lead a game-winning drive. But it seemed like he was too concerned with protecting his passing completion percentage, and he kept checking it down. Wow.
Now backed up at the 15. Dropping back, it's Manning.
He's still checking down. Game on the line, bro, is still checking down. What is this dude doing?
For explosive plays right now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. The tackle is made, the clock runs.
Bye.
And that will do it.
Bye.
So what an entertaining battle.
And that ultimately led to the time running out and them not being able to lead a game-winning drive. I didn't like that. I also had the same situation. Oh, I don't remember what school I was playing against, but it was the same thing. I had scored on what ended up being a game-winning field goal, and then they ultimately just they had a chance to drive down the field, but they had like maybe 50 or so seconds, but they're throwing short passes, 3-4 yard passes when they have to push the ball down the field.
They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. It's complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO.
That was disappointing to see. So quarterback logic, guys, it's legendary. It's awesome. It's the best we've ever seen, except when it's not. All right, guys. And so let's get into the negatives. I know this is some of the haters' favorite part. We're going to talk about the things about college football 26 that I don't like. And it's obvious where we're going to start. Common sense. We have to start with the accessories. Now, let me just give my official stance on that, guys, on the update college football 26 equipment thing, right? Let me be perfectly clear. Because I am going to toe the line here. I hope we get every single accessory combo that you guys are asking for. That's because I asked for it. You guys asked for it. And I want to be clear. I don't want it in college football 27. I want it patched into 26, right? I think that should be a priority this year, not next year, right? I don't want to hear that that's coming next year. I want that in this year's game. And I think it's really unfortunate that we didn't get it at launch. So I hope it's something that can be patched in. However, I'm going to say two things, and y'all might not like it. No, absolutely not. Is that a reason to not buy the game? And no, absolutely not. Does it impact my enjoyment of the game? You know why? Because we were all the same people in my comments that were geeking out over College Football 25 that didn't have that stuff. Now are acting like it's the end of the world. And when I said that on Twitter, I just started getting massacred. I started taking shots from everywhere. You're a shill, you're this, you're that. But that's my honest opinion. I started playing this crap from Madden 2002, where you could barely tell what people even look like or what type of socks that they got on. And I got called so many insane names for speaking on it the true way that I feel. It was really sad. And I said this: if this is how you guys are reaching out, because I saw the same type of language being used to the equipment guru, and you guys can say, oh, you're defending billionaires, you're doing this, you're doing that. But guys, there is a way to talk to people to get stuff done. And that's why I want this channel to be a resource for devs to come in and say, hey, yes, this is what these guys want, but Shady's going to do it in a way that he's not tearing people down, calling for people's jobs, calling them out of their name. That's never been my MO. That's not how I move. I don't move like that IRL. I'm not moving like that on the internet either. And if that makes me a shill, I actually don't, that doesn't bother me one bit. I just try to respect people and give them the respect that obviously, clearly the community didn't have for me. So with that being said, and I'll just say this, right? If you were expecting a massive accessory overhaul from College Football 25 to 26, we did not get it. It's not to say they didn't add anything, right? I know they added new helmets, they added new cleats, they added a few arm sleeves, but I'm not going to call them new because they were in Madden 25. They just weren't in College Football 25. I went on the record. I said my number one overall gameplay over everything. My number one request for the game was a one leg sleeve. I said there was too many prominent star players wearing these things for it to not be in the game. It looks ridiculous. That's my honest take. And so what I want to be clear on, right? I am not a game developer. I don't know how hard or how easy it is to add, but I just don't understand why we don't have it. And I would have appreciated some type of communication that let us know why we don't have it or that it's being worked on, because it's genuinely confusing based on how many people across the country have this look and we can't do it in the game. The arm sleeves with the compression shirt, right? We're showing a little skin. Unbelievable amount of players wear this combo and we don't have it. Now, I get it when it's like the NFL and there's rules and they can't do pads above the knee and all that. I get that, but this was genuinely confusing to me. And what I wanted to say was this: it's such a shame because College Football 26 is a movie. And some of the feedback that I provided, right, to EA when I gave it after playing the game early was, don't let accessories become a distraction. Don't give that, and I'm going to call them the haters, because some of these people don't buy the game. Some of these people don't play the game. They just look for anything wrong. I said, don't give the haters ammo to just trash a good game. But unfortunately, guys, that's exactly what happened. We got very little in terms of new accessories. Okay, so for the next issues, I definitely think you could consider these, you could call these legacy issues. I want to briefly touch on penalties. I still don't think they're called at a high enough frequency for it to be considered simulation. I understand that you want to bounce, you don't want to annoy people, but I definitely would like to see that be better out of the box, because even when you do tweak the sliders, it's, I don't know, it just, they affect gameplay, stuff like that. Like, so, you know what I mean? The penalties situation is not great. They're not called as much as they should be. I want to move on to special teams as well. I think there's definitely some room for improvement for special teams, specifically on the way the CPU returns kicks. I actually had started just kicking the ball in the end zone every time, just because the CPU was really starting drives from, like, the 14 and the 16, and it was really giving me kind of an unfair advantage. So I'd love to see the CPU do a little bit better job returning kicks. Same thing goes for the special teams with the punting. the CPU doesn't do a great job punting the ball. And like, so for example, they rarely will try to pin you. A lot of times they'll just kick the ball directly out of bounds, or they'll kick it directly out of the back of the end zone. So I would love to see more precision attempts by the CPU. Try to pin me inside the 5, try to put the backspin on it. That would be really great to see. Now, the next point that I want to make sure, I should have been numbering these, it is what it is, but I want to talk about pass blocking, because the pass blocking is weird in the sense, like, listen to what I'm saying. Is the pass blocking better than 25? Yes. However, you're going to get in the game and see a bunch of crazy stuff and be like, Shady lied. What is this? And let me explain what's happening. Some of the plays have like preset pass blocking, and it's really weird because if, like, for example, I'm trying to give you a good example, but if the play has a preset slide to the left and they overload blitz on the right, someone is screaming. So pre-play, you have to like check your protections and maybe slide the line and adjust. And if you don't, you're going to see a lot of nonsense. It took me probably 20 games to figure this out. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. This isn't, oh, all I had to do was reset my line to base and they picked that up this time. So I wanted to point that out. I don't know if it's a negative, but it's just something that I didn't quite understand. And, you know, it was what it was. Now, either way, CPU pass rush is relentless. I do raise the slider with sliders on Heisman. But once I raised the slider and learned and understood the line protections, it wasn't as big a problem to me. And sometimes it was even better as far as running backs go, as far as chipping and picking up the blitz. But it's, you know, it's one of those things, guys. If you want to nitpick and you want to find clips of it being bad, yeah, you're going to find it somewhere if you deep dive for it. And guys, that's going to leave us at our verdict, right? And guys, people ask me the same question every year, and I'm going to answer it the same way every year. Is college football 26 worth it? You know what? I don't know. If you haven't eaten in 3 days and you only got $70 to your name, no, it's not worth it. Buy yourself some groceries. But if you're like me and you buy a video game every paycheck, and like, you know what I mean? You like sports. Like, I don't understand. I haven't seen anything on this list that makes the game so frustrating that I can't play it. Yes, I'm going to make sliders. Yes, I'm going to, you know, tweak some settings, but I like what is in this package. I wish the accessories were better. I hope that it gets addressed, but I'm a college football fan. I'm a college football video game fan. I put over 2,000 hours into college football 25. I didn't regret it. And when I put the same amount of time into 26, I'm not going to regret it either. Guys, it's your boy Shady Mike. If you've watched all the way through, man, I can't thank you guys enough. Keep it locked to the channel. You know I'm going to have some sliders for you guys. If it wasn't for you guys watching these videos and supporting and commenting like you do, I wouldn't be able to make this content, and, you know, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I appreciate you guys. It's your boy Shady Mike. Keep it locked to the channel for everything college football, 2K, Madden, all that good stuff. I'm signing out. Peace. Threes.